Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Detox Designers Talk UX.
Cicero once said, if you have no self confidence, you are defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. Welcome to another episode of Cracked. Today we have Shivani with us, whose confidence and self determination helped her crack the interview at RMgX. Stay tuned to know how. Hey Shivani, welcome to the Detox conversation. How are you
Hi.
doing?
Hi, Benjamin. Thank you for asking. First, I am doing really fine. You tell, how are you doing?
I'm also doing good. Bangalore's weather is always amazing. So, how
Mm.
is work going?
Work is going quite hectic, but then it's quite a learning experience as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying it right now.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations in cracking down the interview at RMgX.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers over here?
So everyone, myself Shivani Bhardwaj. So I'm basically by birth from Himachal Pradesh. For education, I went to Jaipur, Rajasthan, and then back to this place, Gurgaon, after marriage. So I was like working as a freelancer earlier, but then I came to like realization that I do want to work in industry because industry experience is what I needed the most right now. And also I was looking for mentors. So that's why the whole journey about UI UX. So I'll explain to you in other half about this as we go on. Okay, for now, this is about me.
That is so great to hear. So, tell us about your organization, RMgX. How did you came to know about it, and what does the company do?
Okay, so RMgX. So I'll say that after completing my designer's course, I was applying through like the detox channel. Okay, so you guys were like posting the job offerings and all that stuff. So I applied and I got a call from that company.
Okay.
So that was the initial like that was the starting of this journey. And then like RMGX do stuff like they are a consultancy kind of company, you can say. They build and innovate solutions, digital solutions. So that is about them. They are actually majorly focused on UX. So
Oh,
that made me more intrigued about that when I was going through their website before the interview. I was like, okay, it is a UX oriented company, and that is good because when your company is aligned to your future, your career ahead, that makes sense. So yeah, it was like a jinx kind of thing for me.
so would you like to elaborate more about how did you crack down the interview at RMgX?
I would tell you the brief first, what how it went like. So I got call from them. It was like an HR call. So they talked to me. They told me that we liked your profile and we want to know more about you. So it was more of a conversational thing first. So it went like that. So there was like some the one I told you that application submitted via Designers Academy, the detox channel. Then the HR round I already told you that it was just a generic conversation. It's not anything much or anything serious. They just want to know why you did and what you did and where you are at current point of time. Now, technical round also, it lasted 1 plus hour, and he was happy that, and he and I was happy too that the interview is lasting long because you know that is something interesting going on there if it is taking half an hour more. Yeah. Then the onboarding process generally. So this was the whole process. Yeah. So I'll tell you, preparation part is the first one, which I was doing before getting a call. So I believed that there should be a clear vision before you apply for anything or any company. You should know that what you want actually. If you are just heading out of confusion that I can work this place as well, that place as well, and my personal thoughts are you won't land anywhere good place. So that was the point. So, what happened after I was done with everything, what I was thinking through, what are my priorities, I started searching for already existing interview experiences. So, I searched YouTube a lot. I saw many interviews that how does it normally go? They were like whiteboarding challenges are there, and I was like I should prepare for that as well. But fortunately, unfortunately, that didn't like come in my interview. It was all about a discussion time. Then also I visited few articles. Medium is the friend of UX designers. So yeah, I went through Medium articles and how to like how can I say what I feel? Because UX is all about telling what you feel. What you feel is right, what you feel is wrong, depending upon research and all that stuff. So that made me look for articles and blogs. I made sure that my learning in fashion is communicated well. I explained it in the previous point as well. So I started applying through many mediums. It was like a hush hush because I was not like the day I completed my journey with Designers Academy. I was I was intrigued that whether I'll get a good job or not because it has been a 5 year gap now. Okay, I
Okay.
have not worked in industry since 5 years, and how would people take me in? So that was the confusion. So I went on LinkedIn, I went on Naukri portal, and I also went via these Designers Academy detox channel. I was applying like crazy person, here, everywhere, everywhere on that thing. Then also I have mentioned as well that I am heavily influenced by ratings. So whether that is a choice of minor things or major things, I would like the things that are validated. I know that could be wrong for some people because not everybody feels like that, but
Hmm.
that is my side. And then there comes the point when I wanted to look through Behance portfolios that actually what industry is doing and what people are doing and what is the level I need to match up to. So this was whole my preparation stuff.
So you did a very deep diving analysis of how the industry is taking the interviews and what are the different challenges. You mentioned that you had a 5 year gap between your last organization and your current organization. Was this
Hmm.
gap a major factor why you did the analysis, or something else triggered to do this analysis? And how did it actually initially helped you? And what made you do such an analysis?
Okay, so I'll start with my nature. So my nature is quite like I told you, it's like picky kind of person I am. So I am quite a perfectionist also. So that came with my family background. Everyone was in like government jobs, and my grandfather was in like administrative job, and that I got from him. So it went like that. After I did EC branch, the BTech in EC branch, then I was not sure that I wanted to continue in this branch only. I was like, I want to move into IT department. I want to move into IT field. And then I started looking for things, and I was so confused at that point because there was so lack of mentorship. There was no person to tell us that you can land here or land where. Then I started with front end development later on. Actually, I got the job in Tech Mahindra in IT industry after just after college in the college campus placement system. But there was a one backlog. There was one backlog that was like really like was a pain point in my life. So it was like 1 year is wasted. I couldn't join Tech Mahindra, and I feel that it was for good. I got introduction to HTML, CSS, JavaScript. When I started learning this, I realized I have passion for vision, like visual stuff and research and planning, all these things. I do plan things. Then there came point I was thinking that okay, HTML, CSS is good. We can design something, but how do we decide what goes where? There must be a logic behind that. No, it cannot be like you can place this here and this here. So that was the question that disturbed me. And then I got bored again and I moved to React. I thought that React is the new big thing. Now I can move into that and don't even ask what I have learned. I went into Python, I went into like this Node.js, mean stack. There was one point I was trying to be mean stack developer. But then after that, 2019 happened. 2019, in later stages, the China was erupted with this like COVID. Okay,
Yeah.
and in 2020 it landed in our country as well at big level, and that came the point which disturbed me a lot because freelancing was okay, I was doing it, but there was no output out of it. I was not learning anything. The growth was stagnant. So I thought what I could do. Then again I started searching about things that what is this that is going on industry. I saw YouTube videos. There came a point when I saw one portfolio of a person. He said, I cracked Google interview without any like big degree or big any kind of degrees, like big degrees. So he was self-learner, and that motivated me.
Wow.
Before that, I was depressed. I was like I used to wake up early in like at 4 a.m. early in the morning. That, oh my God, I am not doing anything. My life is just just has no purpose. I'm not enjoying my work. I'm not enjoying my life, and what I'm doing. Then I started this Coursera course. Okay, so Coursera पे there is a course Calars. That there I learned some things about UI thing, and then Google certification. So that also I went, and it was a great journey. But it at one point I realized this year only, not this year, actually 2022. I realized that I need mentorship now, and I was looking through some stuff on Google that whether people can help me with something. LinkedIn is vast area. You can ask people to mentor you, but then you are not sure whether they have the time or not because you need a great time from the mentor. And then I came like come along with this name Designers Academy. I thought, okay, is it Gurgaon and it makes sense to me. I can go there. Also, since I have been doing freelancing and staying at home only, I was not communicating well with people. My communication was not that good that time. And I thought
Okay.
if I move out, that could be great. Then this whole thing happened and the journey with you guys started.
So everything turned out to be in a very right direction where it ought to be.
Yeah, I'll tell about now what were the interview details. Okay.
Okay.
So after I started applying for company, I got call from maybe two companies for job, and for some I got for internship.
Okay.
So okay, then I was able to realize that where I was lacking. Hmm. So they one of them asked me to do assignment as well. It was like you have to make a like design a gaming app. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, this is very new to me. How I would do that? And I started searching about things that how normally we go for it. What is the I planned research as well. I did interviews with my colleagues and surroundings. So that happened. So that gave me some lessons. Did not go through anything out there. Like it was not successful. The output was not in my favor. But surely I'll say I'll not regret even a single bit of it. Okay. Now, then RMgX called, and I was like, okay, there was a hope. So I started preparing my best. I said, I do not want to leave this chance. I went through their website, and it made me so glad that I have found something that aligns to my personality as well. One company that could actually align to myself. So I started hashing out about that. And there it started. There was an interview day. There was like HR went well. HR call went well. It said they in the evening only they told me that you are going for the next round, the technical round. Then technical round happened. The I think it was around like 2 or 3 days. Within 2 or 3 days, it should be then. The business head of the company he took my interview. He is also the like managing the design team as well. So he talked to me about my portfolio. How is
Okay.
it about? So what happened during interview is our interview was supposed to be half an hour session. Okay. So they started asking me about my portfolio, and I showed the one that I made in during Designers Academy course or session. So that was a quality project. They said this is one of the quality projects. They asked me questions like whether you are confident about it, how did you go about it. They really like the research. I have the thought I have put into it. So they were asking minute questions like, would you invest your money in this particular app you are designing? And then there was half an hour for feedback. So that was great. I realized that even if I don't get placed here, this is actually quite a learning for me. So this was the point of the main highlights of that interview. Now I'll tell you the what are the key takeaways. Now you must be and should be proud of your work, but do not forget UI UX is all about iteration. So keep learning. What I meant about that. So you need to be confident about what you have done because this is your work. You are putting it out there, and it is great you have come this far. So you should be proud, but not be overconfident. Yeah, this is the best solution I have ever created because UI UX is all about iteration and learning. Some people will tell you this is not good, and you need to work on it. You need not to stick to the idea that yeah, this is the best solution I have created. Then never walk away from feedback. Criticism is your best teacher. I tell you, like every time people appreciated my project, I was I was trying to keep myself back and telling them that there's still so much to learn. This is not where I would feel that I have achieved something. This is just my starting point. So I
True.
have to go very far from here, and I keep myself grounded for that purpose. Now, for researchers, if your UI is not good, start replicating designs to understand principles better. So this point came in interview as well. So I told everybody because I know my weakness. I know I am working on that, but the person I am working for or I will be working for should know that where she is lacking. That's
Hmm.
why he can mentor. No, that's how he can mentor me. So I told him my UI is not good, sir. My UX is very good. I'm pretty confident for that, but UI is not there at up to the mark. He said ki, see Shivani, UI takes time. Okay, UI can be implemented with time, but if UX is not there, na, you are not reaching anywhere. So
Very.
this is not the point to worry about. So this was what happened with me. And and the other point, if you're really good at UI, do not get away from research. Some people think that visually, if it is looking beautiful, it makes sense because it is appealing to everybody. But that is not correct. If you do not know why the button is there, the user will get frustrated, right?
True.
Why
Very.
this button is there? So this is just an example I was telling you. So like the example says here, a beautiful design is just an awesome car with stunning paint strokes if no research is put into it. It's like that, simply put it together. Now,
True.
while explaining about your work, make sure you present the best out of your portfolio. Go for quality over quantity. So some people flood up their portfolios. Okay, they'll start creating designs, they'll start creating logos, and they'll start creating something like that to flood up their portfolio. But eventually, that doesn't matter. You need to explain one thing that you did the best. You have put your like blood and sweat into it. This learning was from my experience with interview at like I think Dr. Reddy's laboratory. I
Oh,
got internship call from them, so it was great. He told me that make sure you present your best out there. Now they want to understand how you did it. So define case study on your portfolio for every project you work on. So completely agree with this point. I understand this mentality, and UX as a UX researcher and UI UX designers, people should know that they are not just looking for UI designs. They want to know your mentality and how these things go well. So this is my key. So when my interview went like that, it was great. I was happy. I put the call off. I told my husband that it went really well. And even if I do not get selected, I'm happy about it because I get a lot of feedback. Huh, and that is working in my favor. So that's what my statement after just after the call was.
so
But
even if
then I got the call.
you are
Yeah.
taking something very positive from it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like with experience, you learn from life that you need optimism in your life rather
Very true. It's. I think it's the
than just happy.
highlight takeaway. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
highlight takeaway. Because the people tend to get disheartened even if the things go
Mm,
south. But it's very
mm,
important for each and every one of us to be very, you know, what is that right word to say? The people has to be motivated at each point of time because it's very very difficult to get it selected in the very first round of interview, and
mm.
disheartenment can get you to the very wrong places. So it's very important
Right.
to get motivated and take something good out of even the things are not going good, right?
Exactly. The whole point is you need to clear your ground first. That you do not want this. Even if the failure comes, that doesn't mean you are like being like scolded by somebody or you are just dead about something. You have this whole concept and you can further carry your vision. Okay.
True.
So this was the whole thing. And then that evening I got call after I think 1 hour or 2 hour, I guess maybe the HR said that you have been selected, and I was happy to know it because it went well. I was not expecting anything, and it was like a surprise to me that yeah, okay, I'm selected. He liked my like whole technical interview. Then paperwork started after 2 days. So it was in duration of 2 to 3 days only. I was hired as an intern there.
Oh, okay.
Now also I'm working as an intern, but that's the point that also about that, some people worry that I am getting hired as intern. Okay, intern could not be good position to me. There could be some things like packages. What will be the package? When they asked me about my package, I was sure I'm not working for money. I told them you can give anything you like. You can give anything you want. I do not like bother. I do not get bothered about it because I am here for experience. So I think that also worked in my favor. Intern also, I was 29 the day I joined. Okay, I am like 29 years old, but I do not hide myself away that okay, I will be working under some people or there would be something like that. Like
Hmm.
the younger ones will be, then you are not learning. So that there my point is clear. Then after successful onboarding, rest is history. So it has been a great journey since then.
Wow.
So outcome, I'll say, in terms of knowledge, I never looked back. It's true in every term. I didn't copy that statement from anywhere. It came right out of my heart. Like
Wow.
I have been learning everything like new since that day. I am working currently on two in-house project I think, and also little things like creatives, making creatives and all that stuff, writing things, copywriting also I'm starting to learn now. So my journey has never halted even for a day. Hmm. In terms of confidence, as I told you, I was not able to communicate well earlier, and now I'm much of a talker that people would say that okay, you can stop now. You are talking too much. It has been kind of that now. So I have become more confident, and a mentor did help us coming out of that shell of self-doubt. I think he's a visionary man. I'll say both the founder and the business head, they both are visionary people. And
Wow.
I love that I'm working under them also. So I'm working directly with them also. So
Right.
there's no hiding back that I'm only working with my team lead or my manager or just some my colleagues. I'm working at also the people who are at ORG level, so that is a great thing. And then conclusively, I do not regret spending even a single penny for joining the Designers Academy because it did give me a push that I needed in my life. The need of my mentorship was like getting very high at that point of time, and it was right thing at right time kind of moment. So I'll say first my thoughts about Designers Academy. So it is a great initiative. Like it is really helpful for people to be guided. And for people like me who are really confused out there. You cannot Google every time that you want to land in this job and that job. And there comes the experienced people. And I would take time to appreciate our mentor, Sandeep sir. He also
Oh,
really did help sorting a mind out. So I would appreciate.
shout
And
out
then
to
yeah,
Sandeep, sir.
sorry,
Shout
I
out to
couldn't.
Sandeep, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So since he was a mentor, so I think he was an important part in life at that time. He is important part in life. Then introduction to technical skills. Like there are technical skills. What I say is there are frameworks and tools you need to learn as a UX UI designer. And I was not aware of some. I was like, Figma is the only thing that we'll use. What else we can use? But there are many other frameworks. There design thinking there is okay. That is a framework you should use. You should implement that. There are many more which I learned while working in an industry because it was not possible to learn everything in 3 month session. So I agree with that. Now your introduction to the world of curiosity. So when you research now, you need to put your curiosity upfront. You need to learn like a child why this is not. Like you need to keep asking. You need to prepare everything before conducting a research. You need even a small inch of competitive analysis there. It plays a major role in that. Hmm.
It is a core
Now,
part for every designer, right?
yeah. So basically, curiosity should always be there. Even if you don't have, try to imbibe. I'll say. Look around in your surroundings, see why the tree is green, why the sky is blue, to start searching and it will create something in your mind.
True.
Now, I'll appreciate the after completion assistance. So, at first, I was in doubt whether I'll get placed or not. They are saying that we cannot help you, like, we are not guaranteeing you that we will get you placed. But the assistance we got afterwards, that was really great. Okay, they were continuously sharing our resumes. They were continuously posting in the detox channel that you can apply here and you can apply there. So that was great. So even if you guys do not guarantee, you are still putting in efforts, which makes sense. So yeah, that worked for me. Now, mix of fun and learning. Our sessions in the Designers Academy were all mix of fun and learning. We enjoyed sometimes and we learned sometimes. And we sometimes mixed them. Like there was one activity. The initial activity was the fun activity. Like he grouped some people, like two in the group of two, and it was like you prepare gifts for them. And I was like confused. Okay, was this meant to be real or just for the activity? I was like that, and he said, "Are you serious? Do you still like think we are giving actually gifts?" Yeah, that's the confusion. As I said, curiosity killed the rat, but here it's not the case. Then improved communication with team. So my communication skills, I say, are very good now. Earlier, I used to stammer. I used to not get the words what I want. Still, I do not get some words. I look here and there to let my mind calculate the words. But then it's better than before, and that's a growth, I will say. So yeah, it's all plus plus now.
Oh, that's really, really good to hear that you have been spearheaded towards the right direction and we were able to give you the right tool for the same. Shivani, you mentioned that the part of confidence,
Hmm.
which played a very important role in your interviews and post interviews and in your current life as well. And
Hmm.
coming from a background where where your family is in such a high positions over there, how did did the activities and how your course of UI UX as well as
Hmm.
the course previously doing some courses from Coursera as well and doing some other activities helped you to build that confidence level? Because of course most of our viewers over here would agree that they don't feel that confidence level in their life, but it's very important to be confident when you're presenting your work which you have put your efforts, your sweat, your tears over there as well. So how were you able to build up your confidence in all total? Would you give like to give some advice to our viewers over here who think that they are not up to the level in terms of confidence?
Okay, okay. I'll share the worst stories then. I have seen the worst part of mental state. I had to take counseling for 3 months to get out of it because I was getting so frustrated with what I'm doing with life. I had some traumatic experiences because my life, like my family, is not so built up together. No, so I was living with my grandparents since the day I turned 6 months. Okay, so it's a great deal to not live with the parents, so that created some hole in my mind that created a lot of underconfidence. I was like, I always felt that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I still feel that, but I am using it for my motivation now. That's the whole difference now that has turned this journey. Now, when I was talking about COVID times, so when COVID happened, we went into lockdown, all of us.
Yeah.
And that was really a realization, a great realization that why vision is necessary in life. Okay, why you need to be clear about what you want to do. Even you are working for money, that is not wrong. Sometimes you have to work for that as well. Like my husband, he works. If he'll not work, I'll not have the freedom to enjoy the work I want to do. I had to like get into then his shoes and then start earning that. Okay, I am happy with this much or this much. But as I said, neither being ambitious is a wrong thing. So you can be that. I chose to be that ambitious. Okay. I started searching things by myself because nobody in my surrounding uses UI UX as strategy or is not even that in that position. So it was completely a new world to me. It was like that. I started searching Google and then I started searching these YouTube channels, and then I found out there's a term called empathy, and I have a lot of empathy. Like if I'm seeing some person sometimes outside which I don't know, I'll cry thinking like imagining his situation or her situation, that he has been going through this or that or that. So this much of empathy, and I thought that yeah, actually I can use that in my career. I have been thinking all time How do I use my strengths in my career? I used to take these tests to just boost my confidence that you are
Hmm.
this kind of person or you are this kind of person. You see, there are Pinterest, there are so many tests that you
Hmm.
click on. They say, okay, you choose these answers and we will tell you how and what kind of a person you are. I used to rely on that at one point for confidence. So I have been through low confidence, great times, but that shouldn't hold you back. That is what the lesson is. The
True.
low confidence or low self-esteem does not get you anywhere. You can, but you can use it for like motivation as well. Today, I think I'm not doing well enough, but that is making me learn something from my surroundings as well. I am learning so much from my colleagues. I would
Hmm.
mention there is one person in my design team who is great at UI. I'll say he's maybe 24, 25, this much age of he is, but I feel that I can make him a mentor in maintaining my UI skills. So
Hmm.
that perspective matters only. Perspective matters, nothing else. Low self-esteem, no low self-esteem. If you are feeling too low and you feel you cannot talk to anybody, then just go follow, read some books. Books did help me. There were some productivity books I went through that really stabilized my mind. The things like subconscious mind and the atomic habits, the books like these. So productivity books, not just a storytelling book. So these what helped me build confidence. And then obviously when I interacted with people during this course, that was one another phase of this time of building confidence. So yeah.
Wonderful. I am very hopeful that our viewers who are listening to your story right now will be able to find a lot of enthusiasm out of it and the right direction to build up their confidence as well.
Mm.
Before we end this conversation over here, we would like you to share some uh, inspiration, thoughts, and do's and don'ts, as we say that to our learners as well, who are budding into design, who has just completed the designing course with us as well,
Mm.
and who are looking for cracking an interview with their future company over there. So please share some thought with our viewers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there are two perspectives to this UI UX journey. One is UX and UI. There is another confusion whether these are two verticals or just they are combined ones. So I will say that UI is a part of UX, but
Hmm.
do concentrate on UX part because UI will get better eventually. You can prepare your portfolio, you can work on daily ideation stuff. You can say, I will prepare, okay, one login form today and I'll design and reiterate on that. You can go
Hmm.
to YouTube playlist where they have 50-day challenges, okay, 50 or 30-day challenges. You can do that with them. But do not get away from research. It's a lot of work, I know. Some people get overwhelmed with it that what we are not good at communication. So how would we do conduct our interviews? How would we do like competitive analysis? Just find resources, collect what suits you the best, and then start doing. Start doing is the only cue I will say that will help you doing something. And then UI, I told you, UI gets better. So yeah, this was my point.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining this conversation, Shivani. It was really inspirational, and I believe we are going to find a lot and lot to take out from this. Whether it's confidence, whether doing the right research for their future interviews, whether it's talking about their portfolio, and the right thing to take away from a negative scenario as well. Thank you so much for your time, and hope we connect in the future as well and see you as a mentor in our designers in the coming time as well. Thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. Have a great day.
So, guys, that is for today. Hope you like the cracked story. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comment section below. If you like to see more videos, please consider subscribing our channel. Bye bye and take care.